Okay guys, hi! So I got home from work after doing all of my CE credits, and I started my video outside because it doesn't seem too hot out today, and I got bit twice just starting the introduction to my video. So I decided, nope, that's it. I'm coming inside. I love it outside when it's like this, but I really need to get my act together, really, and because I have citronella candles I could burn. I have all kinds of stuff, but when I get home from work, I'm like, okay, I'll just do a quick video, and I never set up for it. So that's one of the things I'm going to do is make a designated filming spot, I think upstairs. So anyways, yay, we made it to the weekend. It's a long weekend. I'm very, very excited about that. I have a couple things to show you. I have a Witchy book haul because I got home and yay, Thriftbooks had to come. And it's been about a week since I ordered this stuff, so I can't really remember what I ordered, but I knew it was Witchy Books. And then I'll show you real quick. I was really excited. I've been waiting for a deck for quite a while, and I just couldn't afford it financially, and we were a little off, so I had ordered it, and it just came in 2 days ago, actually, and I wouldn't allow myself to open it till I was done with my CE credits. So yay, I get to open it. Now, there's been a lot of unboxings of this deck, so I'm just going to show you that I got it, and I probably will show a couple cards, but that's it. Because there's a lot of unboxings, and as much as I love this deck, there's a lot of unboxings. So, let me start with my book haul. I'm actually going to start with this book, which came in a couple days ago too, but I kind of set it aside because I knew I had a big load coming. So this one is called Celebrating the Seasons of Life, Beltane to Mabon, Lore, Rituals, Activities, and Symbols. And it's by Ashleen Ogaya. Or Ogaya. And this book, I have a lot of Sabbath books. So, you know, I'm hesitant to keep getting them. But everyone has different stuff in it. So it is helpful. I like to look through all of them and kind of pick out bits and pieces of each one of what I want to use in my ritual or my day. And this one is kind of different. So I really like it. Or I think I'm really going to like it. There's another book out for the other half of the year, which I hope to be getting next time, from Samhain to Ostara. But this one is a little bit different. I really like the way they've set this one up. Let me read the back for you. The stories of the Sabbats help us reconnect with our lore and bring new meaning and twists to our current practices in a variety of ways. Unique among books about the Wiccan Sabbats, Celebrating the Seasons of Life, Beltane to Mabon, gives us the history of each holiday and explains its place in modern life. Through it, you can discover a variety of rituals that are ideal for covens, solitaries, can't read guys, sorry, and Wiccan families, including special selections on what children of various ages are ready to learn about these holidays. Cool. This second volume of Celebrating the Seasons of Life explores Wicca's relationships with other religions. Wicca is the largest and best known neo-pagan religion, but it is not the only one. Northern paganism, or Asatru, which is, you know, the Norse gods, Odin and stuff like that, and Druidry share its traditions. Do you know which runes are associated with summer Sabbats? Are you aware of the Druid associations with them? Celebrating the Seasons of Life acknowledges these links and incorporates material designed to emphasize these religions' shared heritage. As straightforward as a conversation between friends and illustrated with line drawings and photos, Celebrating the Seasons of Life, Beltane to Mabon, shares the author's distinctive perspective of Wicca. It is clear and comprehensive enough for the initiate, yet lively enough to belong on the experienced practitioner's bookshelf. So, I was kind of excited to get this one. It looks really good. Each holiday has lore, rituals, activities, and symbols. So I thought that was going to be a really different kind of book, and I'm kind of excited to have it in my arsenal here. So like here's, this happens to be for Litha. And it's got all kinds of calls and dismissals, and so that's cool. It even does like the Call of the Guardians, and so cool. I'm glad to put it in my arsenal of Sabbath books here. Okay, next is Witchcraft, A Beginner's Guide. This is by Teresa More. Ooh, there's terrible glare on there. Sorry, guys. So this says, far from medieval superstition or fairy story, witchcraft is real, alive, and growing in today's world. It is a religion of nature worship that exalts the feminine, encourages individuality, and delights in celebration. And yes, it is also about magic, for magic itself is a natural force. If you are attracted to the magical and mystical, if you have ever been alone in the countryside yet feel that you are not alone, or if you are simply curious about natural forces, this is the book for you. Witchcraft has much to offer those who practice it sincerely. It is unfathomably ancient, but its message is deeply meaningful today as we realize how far we have become estranged from our roots. So because of my Beginner Witch series, I kind of went back and looked at, is there beginner books that I don't have that kind of look on things a little bit different? And tried to get some of those in so I could kind of incorporate some of their ideas into some of our videos, our Beginner Witch videos. So chapter 1 is The Sacred Art. Looks really cool. What do witches believe in? Why do witches have a goddess and a god? Do witches believe in reincarnation? So let me see, is there a, oh, I missed the contents, haha. So here's the contents page here. Making magic, signs and symbols, things witches do, witches and sex, which is, actually I might do a video. I'll wait for the video. I'm going to do a video this weekend on witches and sex, though, because witches have access to a very special kind of ritualistic sex that is great. And it's fun, and if you have a partner that you trust in, you can incorporate it into your rituals, and it is really great. It kind of makes everything spiritual, and I'll talk about it. The Place for Witchcraft, How Witches Worship, A World of Witchcraft, and Taking Things Further. So that looks really good. There is, and of course I open right up to the Witches and Sex page because, you know, it's May. 122 pages. And this is, I believe this is kind of an older book, which I love because I love vintage witch books. To me, I think I love them even more than the modern day ones, because it's so interesting to me before the internet, before people had access to information, how they practiced before that. This, oh, okay, it was 1996. It's not like it was the 70s or something, but it looks kind of old because it's a little yellowed. But it looks like really good information, guys, so I'm really excited to have it. Yay! Okay, book 2. Here we go, next. I don't know how many are in here. There's 2 more after this. Oh, I was really excited to see this one. Okay, so this is The Goddess Celebrates, an anthology of women's rituals, edited by Diane Stein. So there's all kinds of different authors here, but Diane Stein put the book together. So this is a collection of writings on ritual by women who are groundbreakers in reclaiming goddess-centered spirituality. So all the authors are listed on the back here. They are Z Budapest, who I love her, Starhawk, Carol, of course, Starhawk's the undeniable, Carol Christ, I don't know that one, Yuzuri Amani, Shekinah Mountain Water, Shekinah, oh, that's really pretty, Penina Alderman, All right, I'm showing you. Here you go. All kinds of pagan and spiritual writers. So I'm trying to look and see. I have a couple of Diane Stein's books. All Women Are Healers. I don't think I have that one yet. Casting the Circle. I believe I have that one. And I think I have a couple more of hers too. So let's see. It was written in 1991. The contents here. It is the introduction, then teaching women's spirituality rituals, remembering her, ritual creating and planning, exploring our goddess selves through stories, writing on rituals and spells, rites of core, creating sacred space, blood mysteries, hand fasting ritual for Mari and Caradwin, welcome to the Circle of Women, rituals for birth, healing cesarean section trauma, a transformational ritual, path of change, healing from childhood sexual abuse, Ayar, a menopause ritual, Tevet, a ritual for mourning a loved one, Eleusinian mysteries. Cool. So all kinds of different subjects on there. Really, I bet you it's going to be a great book for rituals. And this is stuff that happens all the time. This is not like Sabbats. There are 259 pages, and it looks really good. Each section of the book has a picture of the various authors. So you can kind of picture them, which I always like because I always wonder, you know, sometimes what these people look like. Look, I don't know if I've ever seen a picture of Starhawk before. Cool. All right, next up is, okay, Patricia Telesco. I love. I have quite a few of her books. So this is Folkways, Reclaiming the Magic and Wisdom of the Folkways. So it says on the back here, am I saying a lot today? I don't know if it's because I worked so hard on those CEs that all my brains fell out. Okay, tap into the rich legacy of folk wisdom. This fascinating survey of folk beliefs is the ideal reference tool for magic practitioners or anyone interested in the folk ways of our ancestors. You now have at your fingertips a colorful history of superstitions and customs concerning folk medicine, nature, magic, and more, with definitions, origins of belief, and suggested magical uses for over 650 folkways. Look up the definition, origin, and suggested magical uses of more than 650 folk beliefs in 30 different categories. Look at here, they list all the categories on there. That is really cool. So I'm just going to kind of open to a page and we'll read about one of the categories here. So I want to kind of get to one that we don't do a lot. So, all right, here we go. Okay, so this is in the category of knots, and this is colored cords. So this says, cords of every kind, but especially woolen ones, have long been employed towards magical ends, with or without knots. Red is usually the color of blood and life. Black indicates sickness or death, and white is healing and protection. In Assyrian lore, if white wool is bound to the bed and black wool bound to the left hand, you are fully protected against even the most powerful magic. Similar customs appear in the Hebrides Islands located off the northwest coast of Scotland, where black cords with knots are used. In Macedonia, red and white cords are applied. Today, in several magic traditions, red, white, and black cord are tied together, sometimes with beads, and worn as a belt to symbolize the triple goddess. That's really cool. There's definitely stuff in there I did not know. So I am really excited. That looks awesome. Fairies, the elements, dreams. They got everything in here. Hagstones. They talk about hagstones, which are stones you usually find them on the beach with holes all the way through it. They're called hagstones or witch stones. Cool. I love it. Okay. And lastly, oh yes, I had to get my teaching manual. So, Essential Reiki Teaching Manual, a comparison guide for Reiki healers. So I wanted to have the teaching manual to take a look, because I plan on doing, and it does have now, I'm trying to remember, I think it said good condition, which means it's allowed to have highlights in there. So it does have some highlights. And where's the orange ones? I just saw orange ones. But I don't care. As long as I can read through it, that's fine with me. I wanted to get the teaching guide, because when I get my master's in Reiki, which I have done 1 and 2, I plan on, teaching courses too. So I wanted to have the teaching guide. I'm probably, I don't know how to say this. I'm not going to show a whole lot of this book. I'll give you just an introduction of what it is. And this is, oh, this is Diane Stein again. Ha! Which we just had. She's the one that put together that Goddess Celebrates, the anthology of women's rituals. Reiki master and best-selling author Diane Stein has been a dedicated hands-on healer since 1988. Stein believes strongly that this powerful healing art, once a closely guarded secret tradition, should be accessible and available to all. Since she began teaching in 1990, Stein has initiated thousands of students in all 3 levels of Reiki healing. Through these efforts, she developed a comprehensive teaching method that encompasses the fundamentals of this ancient system. The Essential Reiki Teaching Manual equips the Reiki initiate with practical tools needed for launching a Reiki healing practice, leading a Reiki workshop, and becoming a more effective Reiki practitioner. This hands-on instructional guide complements the digitally remastered Diane Stein's Essential Reiki Workshop DVD, which is the next best thing to a personal teaching session with Diane Stein herself. So I have the DVD part on my wish list, because I think that would be great too. So it does show like the symbols and stuff, and I know you can get the symbols anywhere. And it's kind of, they do try to hold it secretive, and I'm sure part of it is the money thing, because some people charge money to do that, and I understand, and I'm not saying I wouldn't ever charge money to do it, but I try to share my gifts as much as I can. So I don't think it should be as expensive as it is, maybe. But I guess that would decrease the value if they did it without charging money. And I do believe in the concept of charging something when you are giving of yourself and teaching of yourself, of charging something, because you want 2 things. You want the people who are receiving that information to value what you're teaching them, and the other is you want to value yourself and what you're giving, and understand that what you're giving is worth something. So even if it is just I don't know, I was trying to think of what I used to do Reiki sessions for like I'd say, look, I trade a lot of things. If you have a good book that you're done with or something, give me a good book. Or I used to accept all kinds of things for Reiki sessions. I haven't done Reiki sessions in a while, as far as go to people's houses and do it. I used to travel to people's houses to do it, just because it's gotten, between having the channel and trying to gear up to have my witchy shop. It's gotten a little busy to do that kind of thing, but I would like to teach Reiki in my shop though. So, yay. Okay, we're at 20 minutes. Good. That gives me a little bit of time to quickly just open up the Naked Tarot. Yay! And she wrapped it in this black paper, so lovely. And I'm so happy to get this. Look at the little postcard. That's so cute. And like I said, everybody has done unboxings and stuff of this video, or of this deck, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm so impressed with this deck. First of all, it's really thick, which means that the quality of the cardstock is, you know, incredible. The little book is just the cutest little book. Very detailed as far as little, you know, little white books go. Extremely detailed book. And the cards are gorgeous and the feel is amazing. The backs are this little crystal grid. So you can put crystal grid on the backs of the cards. And then just the cardstock is amazing. It's amazing. And it feels, it's that smooth stock that feels so good. And they are just the most wonderful images. I absolutely adore this deck. And this is my first time seeing it up close and personal. But I have watched everyone's videos because I was just blown away by this deck. And I'll show you. This card was the first one that I went, ah, I have to have this deck. This is the Empress, you know, traditionally, which is in this deck is Earth Mother. And that is just absolutely incredibly gorgeous. The Emperor is Sky Father. That's how I, in a general sense, when I do, especially actually Reiki healings, I call on Mother Gaia and Father Sky. So it just seemed like this is the Hierophant. She just turned it into the Sage, which takes out that religious Pope entity, you know. It's just an absolutely gorgeous deck. It is very pagan-based, nature-based, and it is stunningly gorgeous. Huge amounts of props to her. She had a problem with the first printing of the deck, and she took it back and fixed it so that it is gorgeous and amazing. And I have a feeling this is going to be one of my most used decks of all time. So, I just have to get up to my Justice card since I'm my Libra. So, yay! This is the first video of the weekend, but it's certainly not going to be the last. Okay, so I am going to announce that we are doing Joey's live video this weekend. I had messaged Simon because if Simon from Hermit's Cave, if you follow him, you will know that Shane he had a hard time, the poor thing. He went out to stay with Simon and to go travel and got, you know, caught up at the airport and all kinds of crazy crap. But I wanted to see when their live was going to be because first of all, I don't want to miss it. And second of all, I don't want to interfere with that because a lot of my viewers are his viewers too. And I certainly don't want to miss it. And their cuppa, his morning cuppa, tomorrow is going to be as close to the normal time as he can, but they have to go all the way to London to pick up Shane's luggage. And so it may be a little bit late. So I'm going to say that my live video is going to be right after Simon and Shane are done with theirs. I'm going to say about a half hour after, so that way I can go get my son and we can kind of set up and everything. It'll be about a half an hour after Simon's live video tomorrow. His video normally is on at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, my time. And he's saying he may be a little bit later, so he may be like noon my time. So keep an eye out on Hermit's Cave video. As a matter of fact, I would suggest you watch it because it's wonderful. It's going to be a wonderful one. Shane and Simon together. What could be better? I would suggest you watch it. If you don't have the time, I certainly understand, but I'm going to be watching. And then a half an hour after theirs ends, we'll go live with our interview with Joey. So get your questions together. You can write them down if you want. There's my aunt with her underwear on. Isn't that cute? Hope she knows y'all just saw that. That is the one. That is my aunt who drives me crazy. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll see y'all either later on tonight or tomorrow. Blessings.